At our request, you facilitated diplomacy between the Taliban and the Afghan government to try to bring the conflict to a peaceful resolution. Now, in addition to being by our side, dealing with the significant human needs that come from ending a war, you also continue to keep working to keep open a pathway from Afghanistan to the rest of the world. And in particular, we appreciate the diplomacy that Qatar and Turkey are conducting to help get the airport in Kabul up and running again. On a related note, let me briefly address the topic of charter flights, which has been on people's minds. Many thousands of U.S. citizens, permanent residents, at-risk Afghans, who we successfully evacuated and relocated from Kabul, have left aboard charter flights. Now, others are working to arrange more such flights. We're working around the clock with NGOs, with members of Congress, and advocacy groups, providing any and all information and doing all we can to clear any roadblocks that they've identified, to make sure that charter flights carrying Americans or others to whom we have a special responsibility can depart Afghanistan safely. Without personnel on the ground, we can't verify the accuracy of manifests, the identities of passengers, flight plans, or aviation security protocols. So this is a challenge, but one we are determined to work through. We're conducting a great deal of diplomacy on this as we speak. We've also been engaging with the Taliban on this topic, including in recent hours. They've said that they will let people with travel documents freely depart. We will hold them to that. So will dozens of other countries. The international community is watching to see if the Taliban will live up to their commitments. There will certainly be more work to do together in the days to come. Our two countries will continue to closely coordinate, as we have for the past several weeks, to keep the relocation effort moving forward as smoothly and as swiftly as possible. This is a complex operation, as complex as any in recent memory, but I've got every confidence we'll succeed at it because the partnership between Qatar and the United States has never been stronger. And our countries will continue, as we've heard, on a wide-ranging list of issues, a wide-ranging dialogue and close cooperation, including on trade, investment, defense, counterterrorism, human rights, cultural exchange, humanitarian aid. The United States welcomes the Al-Wala Accords and supports continued efforts to bring our partners in the region closer together. The strongest relationship that we have and we in Qatar have built through this evacuation and relocation effort, I know is going to pay continued dividends across these and so many other key areas in the months and years ahead. What Qatar has done here for Americans, for Afghans, for citizens of many other countries will be remembered for a long, long time. And so, on behalf of the American people,
thank you, and let me add that I'm glad to be here with my friend and colleague, Secretary Blinken. And let me say thanks to my counterparts from Qatar for hosting us here today. It is our great privilege to visit and to express our gratitude. As Secretary Blinken said, Qatar's support for Operation Allies Refuge was indispensable to the safe transit of Americans and U.S. personnel, allies, partners, and Afghans at special risk. At a critical and historic moment, Qatar went above and beyond, and your generosity helped to save thousands of lives. I'm deeply proud that the U.S. military, together with our partners, completed the largest airlift in history, evacuating more than 124,000 people to safety. But we could not have accomplished that without Qatar's support. So again, thank you to the Emir and to our colleagues for your help and for your friendship. In fact, we're here today because our work together as partners and friends continues, not only with Operations Allies Refuge, but on many shared priorities. The United States is grateful that Qatar continues to host American troops to make sure that our forces are well positioned to support a range of critical missions in the region. But our relationship goes deeper than just defense concerns. We're working with our regional partners towards some important shared objectives, to wind down conflicts, to provide humanitarian aid to civilians in need, to de-escalate tensions, and to encourage dialogue. We think that's the right way to ensure regional security and stability, and we know that Qatar stands with us in advancing peace and security. And you provided humanitarian aid from Yemen to Gaza and worked to facilitate Afghan peace negotiations. But Iran's support for terrorism and its willingness to supply increasingly lethal weapons to non-state groups undermines the regional stability that we all seek. So we're committed to working together to enhance regional defenses against destabilizing actions, including Iran's nuclear aspirations. Our force posture here in Central Command, the Central Command area of responsibility, helps us do that together, but of course, we'd prefer diplomacy succeed in reducing these tensions. And let me close by saying how glad I am to be here in person to underscore the importance of the U.S. relationship and friendship with Qatar. The United States is committed to strengthening this partnership, and throughout our network of alliances and partnerships, thank you very much.
شكرا لأصحاب المعالي والسعادة. نبدأ الآن المؤتمر الصحفي والسؤال الأول موجه.
Well, that was Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, and he was speaking at Doha, where he said that U.S. lauds Qatar's efforts in evacuation process in Afghanistan, and United States hopes that bilateral relations with Qatar will deepen over the time. Qatar provided humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza. We are connected to work together in this process for the stability in the region. Well, that's the latest we have. We will keep you updated in our upcoming broadcast.